Welcome to Plate It with a Purpose, where food meets story and passion meets purpose. I'm Chef Tiffany Evans, and with each episode, we share real journeys and meaningful meals. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Plate It with a Purpose. I'm so excited to be here today with my new friend, Cathy Alvarez. Hi, Cathy.
Hi.
Cathy is the founder, CEO, everything extraordinaire of the Refined Closet in Frisco, Texas.
Frisco.
I can say that, right?
Yep.
She's going to tell us all about it. As today we make tomato basil soup, and I didn't even know this was her favorite. Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Favorite food since I was a child.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that when I was
Since
planning
a
this
kid.
meal.
Mhm.
I'm
I
excited.
know.
So we're going to make an elevated version of it. So, true confession, I'm a little nervous that I hope she likes it, but we'll see. We'll see.
If it has cheese and bread, and yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So that is what we're going to be making. And as we're making that, Cathy is going to tell us all about the Refined Closet and what led her to this, I guess we can kind of say, pivot.
Oh yeah, it was a full-on
Bit of a pivot in your life. So I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. Here and there, I might ask for your assistance. Doing a little stirring, a little holding, things
It's
like
fine.
that.
I'll just watch you cook and talk. What I do best.
But you know what? I'm going to take these glasses off and put these right over there. Okay, so as I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start preparing our vegetables. We're going to roast them. Roasting takes a little bit of time, so I've already done that part, but we're going to show our audience the steps that went into doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my little Cuisinart knife and get started on that while you tell us about, guys, the Refined Closet is so cool. The most cool concept ever, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'll let you tell us all about it.
Okay, so the Refined Closet is an elevated thrifting boutique, I would say, is the best way to describe it. At the store, people rent closet spaces, so they rent an actual stall, per se, and they put their own things inside of it, and they tag and sell their own stuff from their closet.
That is so cool.
You know, have you ever had a friend who just has awesome style, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could just go shop in your closet? That's kind of how it feels. Because you can look at somebody's closet and see their whole vibe. You can see outfits that they put together. You can see how they've taken care of their things, which is really nice because sometimes when you're thrifting, you know, you're thinking, who wore this and why does it smell like that?
Right.
I kind of tried to take that out of this whole process, especially with thrifting kind of having, it can still have a bit of a stigma, especially in the area that we live. So a big part of the way I run my store and set it up is for people to feel like they're still shopping in a boutique, but it is truly thrifting. But it's also allowing me with tags because you know how we do as women, we buy.
Right.
Think, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I have it. And then it sits in your closet with a tag on it.
Right.
You don't have the heart to give it away because you're like, man, I spent $50 on that.
Exactly.
So if you could just make 10, 15 bucks out of it, that would make you feel good.
Yeah.
That's kind of another reason that this was born too. So
that's perfect. That's perfect. I know I have things in my closet, like I call them inspiration pieces. And I'm like, I'm going to lose 15 pounds because I want to wear this dress and it's going to inspire me to lose 15 pounds.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work.
I have a bikini that I wore years ago that it's just tied up in my closet. Ask me if that does any inspiring. No. If anything, it just makes me mad.
Right.
When I see it, I'm like, ah. So I finally got rid of it.
Yeah. No.
It's okay. It's fine. I'd rather eat grilled cheese.
Right. Me too. Yeah. So how did you, so you have how long have you been there?
A year and a half.
A year and a half.
August of 2024, we opened the doors, and it was exactly the same time that the city of Frisco decided to tear up Main Street. So I've been living with a lot of construction and a lot of roadblocks, literally and figuratively, but I've grown it in this last year and a half to be something really special, even despite all of the obstacles that were put up.
Right.
So it's thriving and it's doing really awesome, and
that's awesome.
It's a happy place for a lot of people.
That is something I'll ask you about off camera. Like I've been wondering about all that construction, and as I was driving here today, it's gotten a lot better.
Oh,
so that's good.
They finally opened it up, but
it's been a long time coming, right?
It's been a long time. Yeah.
So You said a year and a half. So what were you doing? Just to let you guys know. So I chopped up the tomato, the peppers, onions. You can roast garlic as well in it, or you can cook it at the end. I'm going to cook it at the end, but so I have these all chopped up here. I'm going to add a little seasoning to it. As I'm doing that, if you can tell us, Cathy,
Yeah.
how did you get to how did the refined closet become the refined closet? Like, what brought you to this point?
Well, I was a teacher. I was a teacher for years. From the time I was probably in second grade, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. It was never a question. I never went through the things as a teenager, like, what am I going to do with my life? I just knew it was teacher was what it was, and that was it. I used to teach my stuffed animals.
Yes.
With the transparency sheet.
Oh my God! Yes.
Clip to my
absolutely
lamp. It was just a whole thing. So I taught. There's a whole lot more to the story of me teaching and then leaving teaching, coming back. I don't know if you have time or energy for that, but basically, I was a teacher and kind of fell out of love with teaching.
It happens.
It happened quick. Like one minute I think I was okay, and the next minute I was like I had this extreme pull that I wanted to get out, and it was like a switch flipped truly, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Believe me, there was no like I have this dream of opening a thrift boutique. That wasn't even on my radar. I had never even thought about it. This is just truth. I mean, I wasn't like I was dreaming of it. And by about October is when I decided I wanted to leave. So I had a whole full school year left to teach and kind of kick around some ideas of what I was going to do next. So I started really soul searching on what brings me joy. And I think when you leave a career and you go on to another career, I really do feel like that's what drives a lot of people is like, I don't have joy. The joy has drained out of me. I need to figure out something that's going to bring me joy.
For whatever reason, and I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we feel guilty about that, especially depending on what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, you do feel, especially in a profession like teaching, like you feel obligated to stay for everybody else but yourself.
For yourself.
And when you are a teacher, I think you have that innately inside of you that you want to please other people. You want to be dependable. You want to be safe. You want to be a good place for these kids. And then when you suddenly want to leave, it like makes you question yourself.
Everything. Yeah.
And so I did that for a long time. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I started really thinking about what brought me joy, like I said, and I love getting a good deal. I was like, well, that brings me joy.
Right.
Getting a good deal. I'm cheap in the sense of like, I will never pay full price for anything. And I kind of pride myself in that.
Yeah, so very frugal.
If somebody wants, frugal is probably a nicer word to say. But if somebody wanted something in my family, like one of my kids or my husband, and it's like a big ticket item, I would like go on this quest and I'm like, I can find this secondhand. I know I can, and it'll be great. And they won't even know the difference. So for a long time, I tried to hide it.
Right.
And I would say, oh, you want those Nike shoes? I'm going to find them. I'm going to clean them up real good and find a box even, like, because when they're little, they don't know. Then they start getting older, they start cluing in on the thrifting. But I started thinking that what if I just went out and thrifted and resold it? That's kind of where it started. I was like, ooh, I could go out and thrift home decor because clothing is really not my thing. I'm not a fashionista at all. So I was like, well, maybe I'll go out and thrift, stuff that people can use to decorate their homes. And so that's kind of how it started. I bought a few pieces and I thought maybe I'll just resell. I wasn't thinking of opening a store. I was just thinking I could just resell.
Right.
Quickly, I thought, well, wouldn't it be kind of cool if I set up a house to look like how you could use these items to decorate?
That's so awesome.
So that kind of started the next role. Yeah, and like where I am now is nowhere near any of that, but that's really how it started. Is I thought, well, what if I did that? And then I thought, well, people aren't just going to come for home decor. Like maybe some, but
maybe.
What do women love? What do people love that keep them coming back? It's clothes. It's clothes and shoes and accessories every time. So then I thought, well, what if I had half of the store be home decor stuff and the other half be clothes? So then I started thinking, well, who's going to pick out these clothes? I don't want to have inventory of a bunch of clothes that maybe people might not even like.
Yes.
Then I went into a couple of stores that were kind of modeled where you rent a little space, rent a, like a mercantile.
Like a little mercantile,
and I was like, oh, what if it was like people's closet and you're renting like not you're renting space to sell your own stuff, and then that started making me excited because I'm like, then I don't have to have inventory. I started thinking about like, if you have your closet here, you're going to tell your friends, hey, come shop my closet. The friend that has the cutest style,
right?
You can say, hey, you love my style, come shop at my store. I have this little boutique spot where you can shop my closet. And it kind of, the ball just kept rolling, and it slowly just turned into what it is today, which is 3 rooms of closets and clothes and all the good stuff, and then 1 room of kind of some home decor, and some like gifty stuff. It really morphed, which makes me a little sad because the home decor stuff is really what brings me personally joy.
Okay.
So to be able to sell that, but I realized very quickly that my style is not everybody else's style, so I wasn't selling much from that spot.
Okay.
I've got well-meaning friends who were like, that stuff is getting dated. It's just been sitting there for months. And so I've transitioned it into more of a, like a gifty spot.
Okay.
Yes, with the help of some great employees who are like, who have been in the business and they understand what sells and what gets people in the door.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That sounds exciting. I cannot wait. We've been talking about this for a little bit. I cannot wait to come by.
Yes.
And check it out.
I can't wait for you to come by.
I want to come by and see, and I want a closet. Like, I already know.
You need to do it.
I think I mentioned to you, I used to be, I had a spot in one of the mercantiles, and I did boutiques, and I mean, like mobile boutique and all that stuff. And then COVID happened. Dang COVID.
Doesn't everybody have that in their story?
Yeah. And then COVID. Always. It was such a disruptor.
One person who was like, yeah, COVID was pretty cool.
Like,
I liked it. It did great things for, I mean, I'm sure it did great things for some.
For some, I mean, it created some new paradigms, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I can't wait to come by. Okay,
amazing.
So this is what we did previously. So I
would just eat that right out of the pan.
It's so good.
No problem. Okay.
It's so good. So the guest that I had on previously, we did something similar to this, but it's called Mediterranean.
Okay.
And so we did squash.
Squash,
zucchini, the red peppers, and the red onions. So good. So good. Yum. So yeah, I could sit and eat this. So we went from this we roasted these for about 45 minutes, and this is how it looks. Yeah, these are just the tomatoes on the vine, red peppers and onions. You can do any kind of tomatoes. I've done Romas. I've done grape, because they all have like slightly different flavors. So, and all of them are good in my opinion.
I agree.
So we're going to go from here, and we're going to blend these up, and I'm going to let you continue telling us about your story. I have in the bowl here, I've already added some chicken broth. I'm going to add my vegetables to it. I'm going to take the blender. I've got the what do you call it?
Emulsifier.
The emulsifying blender. I'm going to blend it up. And
is that like half a cup?
About half a cup, yeah.
Okay, because I'm making this when I get home.
Are you?
Oh.
Well, maybe I'll send you.
My husband's the one that cooks at home, so for me to know a recipe, like, he's gonna be so.
Okay, and then I'm going to put. True confessions. I'm a country cook. I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
We don't measure anything.
I love that.
It's just shake.
Cook with your heart.
Yeah. How does it look? How does it feel? Add a little bit. This looks like about a half a cup.
Maybe it's scotch more than that.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It looks good to me.
Yeah.
So
we're just gonna keep it going. Okay. So you have the closet, and coming up with this idea, did you have like someone in mind? Like, did you have a mission with it, or?
At first I did. You know who I was thinking of were my fellow teachers, because there's something, if you know, if you were a teacher, you have a teacher wardrobe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And not all teachers dress like this, but there's a specific wardrobe that us teachers have, and it's not uncommon for us to go and find some cheap, because we don't make a lot of money, cheap dress on some fast fashion site, and you come out of your room in this cute little bubble sleeve, triple layered cute dress, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so cute!" And
And the cute little tennis.
Yeah, with the little shoes and the big headband with the big knot on top and the big earrings. I still do the earrings. I had teachers in mind because I'm like, what a nice way for a little side gig.
Yeah.
I thought, what if this is like a bunch of just be teachers? But I thought, what if this is a nice little way for teachers to like resell their clothes?
Yeah.
And I know it seems silly, but at the time I was like, this makes complete sense. We all need a little side hustle.
Right.
And I knew a lot of teachers, obviously, from teaching. So I did. I kind of started this out thinking, and a lot of my first closets were my teacher friends. So, and then I very quickly learned as people started coming to the store that this was way bigger than that. That's why I'm laughing at that, because it quickly became such a ministry. It was almost immediate that people were coming in the door and they weren't just like shopping. They were coming and sitting in this chair that I have that I used to call it the man chair because it's where the guys would sit while there was what? Shopping, trying on, whatever. But I mean, the amount of people that would come in and I could just see that they needed something.
Yeah.
And I have a sense of people in that way, but I'm a new believer. And so I feel like I always would pray on the way into work and say, bring somebody in today that needs me or that I need.
That's beautiful.
And it happened without fail every single day. Somebody would come in and be like, I don't know why I stopped. I drove by. I'd never seen you before. And something was telling me I need to stop. And they would end up staying for an hour.
Oh, wow.
We would talk. We would cry. We would pray together. I mean, just the amount of times that God confirmed that I was doing the right thing. I felt like that was confirmation for me.
That's
so
beautiful.
Then it quickly turned into, instead of just like reaching teachers, it was like, I just want to reach anybody who needs this community, because
that's so important.
The people that come into that place, I've made some of the dearest friends that I will always have forever, just from being obedient and opening this store when I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Thrift home decor and open it. It's just crazy how it has turned into what it is.
Right. I love what you said, being obedient, because it's like we have ideas and then we don't act on them.
Oh, yeah. There are roadblocks. There are and still are and were, but the obedience is something that I'm learning.
Yeah. Did you have any fears or look, you know what? I did this last time. I could just stop and just talk. I'm supposed to be cooking. I'm supposed to be cooking.
Oh, this is going to be noisy.
Yeah, it is going to be noisy. Let's switch places.
Okay.
And how about I do this real quick before I ask?
Do I need to take this out?
Yes, please. Okay. Thank you. Let me just do this real quickly, and then I'm going to ask you the next question, and then I'll give you time to think about it.
Oh, I love this.
Okay. And then while I'm making noise.
You should dub in the Jeopardy music while we're doing
I should.
Okay.
I should. Thank you. Okay. So, all right. So you were teaching and you were like, I'm done. Which I was a teacher. Yeah. I know that feeling when you're just like, you have a lot of common. A whole lot.
Yeah.
So, was there a season in your life that, shaped who you are today?
Okay. Got it.
And go.
Weird, I know, but
no.
I just thought it just was creative. There was.
So I think it's fair to tell our audience. Can we tell our audience?
Yeah.
About your other skills? This is a very skilled woman we have on our show today, because I'm sitting here. I said, oh my gosh, it would be so cool if I had like a camera overhead that could like record to show how the vegetables are becoming soup. And Cathy's like, oh, do you just want me to go? Because I think she knows a little bit about cameras.
Yes. Well, so when I was first teaching, and I ended up leaving teaching when my second son was born, and my husband was, you can stay home, but is there something you can do to make a couple $100 a month? And being the natural learner that I am, I was kind of thinking, what could I do? I'm crafty, but I didn't want to make crafts. And I was like, well, I could learn how to take pictures of people. To make this not the horrible longest story ever, I started doing photography.
Yes.
And it quickly grew into a very full-time job with 3 little boys at home, and it was a lot. I was probably busier doing that than I ever was teaching.
Yeah.
But what I loved was the freedom that it gave me, and I do think it gave me a taste of being my own boss, which comes into play later on when I did open the store. So that was cool.
That is cool. And I can tell you love it because from the moment you got here, it's like, can I help you with that? Why don't we do this? Why don't you do that? I'm like,
I just
which is
love
awesome.
I love photography, and I don't have a lot of experience with videography, but I do think I have a good eye for like what would make something look good, and so it's kind of fun. It's fun dipping my toe back in. I did weddings for a long time. I haven't done one
in a while.
years. Yeah. I still got it though. I could do one tomorrow.
I'm sure. I have no doubt. No doubt.
I would love to do some more photography. I think it fills my soul differently than when I used to do it. It became a job.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped.
And that's when you stop. Yeah. Yeah.
I tend to do that. So,
yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. The teaching kind of became like it was a job. It wasn't a passion anymore. I think what shocked me there is that it happened very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. So. All right. I'm just adding a little basil to it. I'm going to blend it a little bit more. Okay. And I am really good about derailing conversations.
That's all good.
Let's come back. I was asking you.
Did I have a turning point?
Yes.
Okay, are you turning that back on?
I am going to turn it just for a minute.
Well, it's so funny that you asked me about a turning point, or there was another word you used. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't really a turning point, but like a life season or a life something.
Right.
I'm just kind of, without getting too far into it, because this could go on forever. Obviously, I like to talk. My son had an accident, my youngest, when he was 2.
Okay.
And he almost drowned.
Hmm.
And I have spent, so he's 11 now, so what is that, 9 years ago? I have spent the last 9 years pretty broken in a whole lot of ways. And I didn't really realize until just in the last 2 months of time that what I've been fighting all these years was PTSD and not depression. I kind of didn't have a word for how I was feeling, but there were a lot of things that happened. I mean, we up and moved from here. This is where all we knew as a family, just up and moved.
Up and moved.
Amazing husband who just was like, yeah, where are we going? You know, like that's the love I have for him, but that's a whole different story. I could podcast about him all day.
Yeah.
But I kept running and chasing and trying to figure out what was wrong. Just didn't feel right.
Yes.
And I was not myself. I'm like probably the person you see right now. That was me forever. And then suddenly I was like dimmer and then dimmer. And I couldn't figure out what it was. It was at the time I thought, I didn't even equate it to my son's near drowning. I just thought it was just being a busy mom.
Right. Just life.
Just life. And I was running the photography business and it was thriving and I was busy and I was staying up late. And it was so much happening at one time that I didn't even think. I thought, at the time, I kind of thought, he survived. So get over it. Like, that's what I kept telling myself. Like, why do you still think about it so often? Because I did. I mean, he had to be care flighted to Children's, and I don't think I realized until recently going through some therapy that episode of him not being in my control.
Yeah.
And his fate not being in my control, it derailed so many parts of how I parent and how I have relationships with people. So anyway, that was a big turning point for me, even though I didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
So all of these different stages of what led me to open this store, and for it to be the ministry that it is, I think would not have happened without all of the crap that I have gone through.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is. It was not me. Like for years, I have not been me until very recently when I could name what was wrong. It's like I put glasses on, and I'm finally figuring out why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling and how to fix it.
Wow.
And
that's beautiful.
It is life changing.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, life changing. So I can only imagine that God has brought me through this way because he wanted me to see all of that. I think if I didn't go through all of the times where I was very broken and I didn't know why, that I wouldn't be able to talk about it
Yeah.
and maybe hopefully help other people that are going through something, anything.
Anything.
We all
Yeah.
go through things
Yeah.
that at the time don't feel traumatic,
But they are. And I think what you said is so key. I think as women, we just keep going.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like we can't just stop. We have kids. We have to do this. And it's like we take a deep breath and we just keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
We do. And because that's what we do as moms. You just keep going and you keep telling yourself, you can deal with that feeling later.
Yeah,
Just
push it down.
and then you kind of feel better for a little while. So you think, oh, I'm fine. But then it bubbles back up.
Yep.
My best advice that I can give anybody who's feeling that is to listen to yourself and take care of yourself. Because there's so many times where moms were just like, we'll take care of everybody before ourselves. Even somebody who doesn't deserve it. Like friends or people who you're using your energy and time to pour into everybody but yourself.
Yeah. So true.
And the minute that I flipped that, it's just changing my life. So it's awesome.
That's very wise, and it's a blessing. You know, it's unfortunate, you know, that you had to go through a trauma, but to be able to arrive at a place, and not that you just arrived, to do the work to arrive at a place to where you can reflect and say, okay, now let me be a blessing to someone else is very special.
It's so funny too, because now I've got this store, and the way that I am historically is that I kind of tend to start and do something, and then quickly I'm like, no, I want to do something else.
Yes.
I want to do something else. So to go along with your question too, when I was searching for what to do, the amount of different things, if I told you all the different professions that I was like, well, I could do this, I could do this, you'd be like, what is wrong with her? She's
no,
crazy.
I wouldn't. I promise.
I mean, I thought about going to medical school, becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
I thought about becoming a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but I was so, at the time, thought I was so clinically depressed, and I lived with that, and I kept thinking, well, how can I help other people if I can't even help myself? Yeah. But I think now that I'm doing EMDR therapy, which is a whole different trauma therapy, now I feel like I could learn how to do this and help other people, because I feel like this is actually working.
Yeah.
For the first time. But I mean, I've thought all kinds of things. Never did I think I would want to go to culinary school.
Never?
No, because my husband's such a good cook. I'm like, oh.
Well, no, yeah, he's got that covered.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to reach over and grab a hot plate. It's so funny, not funny, interesting you said that about, I'm transferring the soup, or what's becoming soup, into the pot. We're going to cook it. Thank you. And we're going to add a secret ingredient that I think makes it pretty awesome. Yummy. Yeah. All right, we're going to let it cook a little bit, and it's cooking quietly so we can talk some more.
Okay.
Was there anything that you had to, like, you've been on a pretty extensive journey.
Yes.
In terms of this particular venture, was there anything that you had to let go to be able to say yes?
You did ask me this question, and I thought about the answer, and it's true. I had to give up like the stability of steady income. And back when I did photography, it was kind of different. It was like there was less pressure to me, because my husband was like, can you make just a little bit to help out? But now it's like, I was used to making, now, albeit it wasn't a lot, but I was used to making a steady paycheck.
Right, sure.
All through the summer, all through,
Right, yeah.
It was just a steady, you knew how much you were getting, was steady. And then to going from that to, not only you have to borrow money to open something or start a business, but then you have to make enough money to, if you have a brick and mortar anything, you have to pay rent. There's overhead.
Insurance.
That was scary.
Yeah.
That was really scary.
You too.
So I would say, I had to give up the stability of a paycheck, which to my financial husband, it was, because he's amazing in the way he is, he was like, he trusted me. He knew I had a vision for it. I was certain it would work. I had zero fear.
Zero fear.
Zero. I probably should have had a little bit of fear, but I didn't because, like I said, I felt like I was being obedient, even though back then I didn't feel like it was obedience. I can look at it now and I can see that the no fear had to be supernatural from God. It had to be because who quits their whole job
Yeah.
and opens a store on a wing and a prayer and alone? I did
Right.
it alone with
Yeah.
not a business partner, not I didn't have employees right away. I had a little sweet high school girl that I would employed for a little while and she helped me out just so that I wasn't there constantly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was really by myself for a long and it was scary.
That is scary.
It's still a lot of pressure, but now it's like humming along, so it's doing what it needs to do, but it's still there. You're still, when you're a business owner, you are everything.
You're every
department. You are HR. You are marketing. You have to do the social media. You have to. I mean, if it weren't for helpful employees, I don't think I could do it. But it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot, especially when on top of that I was dealing with all the mental health stuff.
Sure.
And so then I'm trying to do all of that on the side and then be the face of this place. When people walk in, I can't be eyed and, or feeling whatever I was feeling.
You had to turn it on.
Yeah. So that felt weird because in therapy, I was learning to take off the mask.
Right.
Yet I was still putting it on at the store, which felt odd to me. But the people who know me through there and were friends with me before, they can see me coming back to life too. So I know that it's working. It's just, the stability of having that steady paycheck and then all the stuff that goes along with it, of having to be everything. Yeah, that was really scary.
Yeah.
Still is.
I can only imagine. Like you said, I mean, just starting something, and I think that stops a lot of people in their tracks.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah, the amount of people who come in and say, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do something like this. Or my mom would be perfect for this. When she retires, she should totally do something like this. And every part of me wants to be like, oh, don't do it. It's really scary. It's
You're
really
like,
hard.
danger.
But then I always just say, do it. If you want to do it. I kind of try to give them that same like fearless pep talk that I think I had internally.
Yeah.
But now living through it, I still do feel that way where I'm like, had I had my wits about me, maybe I might have gotten a partner or maybe started it online or done something where it wasn't so much overhead. But hey, even with the construction and even with being new and being by myself, I built it. It is built and it's thriving.
Yeah, and that's something to be very proud of.
I'm
very proud of. You said something. I have so many questions. I'm kind of going off script, but you said something at one point. You thought about going to medical school and doing this and doing that. And what do you think? I feel like I can relate to that, first of all.
Yeah.
I was looking at law school last year. Like, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. So, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, no, fine. I'll just go to culinary school. But what do you say to people? What do you say to women who, I know for me, I've done so many different things. People will see me, they're like, so what are you doing now? That's usually what head tilt and everything. So what are you doing now? And I'm thinking to myself, you must think I'm a flake, but in my mind, I'm not. It's like, I want to do this now. I want to do that now.
I totally feel that. I really do.
Yeah. But I feel like society or it's people's expectations are, no, you're supposed to pick a thing and do it. And like, what are your thoughts on that?
I just think for a long time.
All right, can you reach behind and grab that little box of board there? Okay.
Is that your secret ingredient?
This is the secret ingredient. So I add a little bit of boars and cheese. It wasn't cooking at all, and now it's like cooking everywhere.
Super cooking. That's so good. I love that stuff.
Don't you? Is it not the best? Oh my gosh. And so I'm going to add like half a block in here.
I've seen recipes where you can put like a whole block of that and like some pasta and put a little bit of broth.
I do it twice a week.
Put it in the oven.
I do it twice a week. I do it with chicken. I do it with salmon. And my family,
tomatoes.
Yeah, with a little. And my family thinks,
like, wow, she's a really good cook.
Oh, Mom, this is so good.
You need to be sponsored. Hold on. Horse and cheese.
Exactly.
Everyone will think you're a good cook.
But yeah, I think that we're supposed to do a thing, and dare we decide we want to do something different?
Yeah, I mean, nobody has really been gutsy enough to say it, but I know they're thinking it. And
Really?
I'd like to say that I didn't care. I don't now. I do feel that way. I still go back, and substitute at school.
You do.
Just to be there for some friends and to see some of my old students. And I know people are probably thinking like, oh, her store must be failing.
She's back subbing. Here she is.
Subbing.
Yeah. Must not be
money.
working out.
And honestly, like I truly, I mean this when I say I don't care. I don't care that they're thinking that. Now, old me would have cared.
How did you grow past that though? So old you, how did you get past that?
I think this happened too when I was doing photography. Is that once I grew something enough to prove myself, then I didn't care anymore. Okay. But it was like that shadow of that fear.
Yes.
That would it was almost like a little devil on your shoulder, like,
yes,
everybody's thinking that you're failing.
Right.
It wasn't until I started changing the narrative, like, internally, that it doesn't matter if they feel that way. That's their insecurity, not mine.
Not.
If they're thinking, oh, it didn't work out, well, maybe they're feeling that way about something in their life that didn't work out. And it's not about me. I kind of had to let go of, this is a big one. When I was teaching, and my husband said this to me, and he loves me more than anybody on the planet. He said to me one time, because I was worried to leave. I was worried to leave the parents that I love. Yeah. I was worried to leave the kids and my colleagues and my principal. I was like, what are they going to do? Like, I felt very confident in my teaching and my ability to do so, that I thought, well, what, they're going to be upset, or he goes, yeah, hey, they'll find a new favorite teacher. You are so special and important to these people, but guess what? When you exit stage left, they're going to find somebody else, and it's not always about you. And I'm like, and it stings to hear that.
It does.
When somebody says it to somebody else, like, I've had to use this in a recent interaction with somebody and just kind of say, it's not always about you. And that's like a very loving way to say, like, nobody cares about what you're doing as much as you do. Yeah. So if I'm worried that people are thinking that I'm, oh, what's she doing now? Oh, her store's failing, or oh, she's blah, blah, blah. That's what changed, was what I told myself, that it's not about you. Like, stop thinking that people are walking down the hallway thinking about you, because they're not.
Because they're not.
Nobody is. I mean, maybe one person, but maybe even nobody.
Interesting.
That's like, it's a little sobering, because you want to think that people are thinking like, oh my gosh, look, she's back subbing. She must just miss the kids and her store's doing great. Nobody's even thinking that. Like, they're just not thinking about it.
It's like you're not on their radar.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. That's good.
Get over yourself. That's what I have to tell myself. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
It's not about you. I know.
That's hard.
Nice, but it's the truth.
So what has been, so two-part question. What lessons have you learned? And I'm going to take this off and start working on your favorite. As I'm making this transition, let's talk about what's been the hardest part during your transition, the hardest part and lessons that you kind of learned.
Well, this is maybe more personal to me. I don't know if other people would feel this way, but when I was a teacher, I felt like I couldn't be like a mom, a PTO mom. You know what I mean? Are you good? You need help.
Thank you.
I couldn't be like at all my kids' school functions, things like that.
Yeah.
So when I left teaching, I was ecstatic. I was like, I'm going to get to go and volunteer. I even thought about, hey, maybe I should be PTO president.
Yes.
Because I know how teachers, what they need to feel loved and supported. I know what the parents feel. Girl, I don't even have time.
You don't have time for that?
I have time for nothing. And I think it was a misconception for me, is that I was going to have all this time to be more present. Mm-hmm. I will say, the waking up in the morning and being able to have my coffee and send the kids off and have a little bit of time is priceless.
I was going to say, isn't that priceless?
I will not ever trade this for another job, even if I don't have the store anymore.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a great sous chef.
I know my way around the kitchen. If I don't have the store anymore, if for some reason the store was no longer, or I sold it to somebody else for their dream, or whatever it is that I plan on doing with this place, I will never go back and work for somebody where I have to get up at an ungodly hour and then not have the time in the morning to start my day slow. I hate starting a day rushed.
Yes.
And I feel like when you're teaching, you have to be mom in the morning, get kids lunches. Even if you do it the night before, it's still stressful.
And you have to wake up with the chickens.
Yes.
I say you wake up with the chickens.
No more. Never. And I still, even now, I still wake up early, but it feels different.
It's a different, yeah.
I don't have to wake up and start getting ready. And I got to think, what am I going to wear today? And I will never, and I'm saying this to myself in the camera because I'm telling myself I will never get a job again where I have to be somewhere at the early hour. No. My life is so much more peaceful that I can start it how I want to start it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's so important. I mean, if you can do it, how about we switch spots?
Yes.
One more time.
Okay.
Musical.
I'll stir.
Thank you. Perfect. Because that's a debate that I've had even recently. And I'm like, like you said, there's something to be like, I can get up and make my daughter's lunch and I drive her to school and I pick her up. And there's just
that crazy. Yes.
There's a calmness.
Yes, there is a calmness. You're so right. Where you're not giving all of your all to other people. And going and even working at a corporate job, and you're working to make another company run better and run smoother. You could be doing that for yourself.
And for your family.
And some people love being a corporate girly. That is not me. I don't do well. In fact, I one time got in trouble at work before I was a teacher. I had gone to college to be a teacher, but I couldn't find a teaching job. So I worked I won't even say a company, but I worked in customer service at a company. And I had to email like a higher up person. I don't remember who it was, but I got sat down and talked to because I said okie dokie in an email. And they were like, this is a corporate environment and we don't talk like that here. And I was like, that's just was who I was. And so to me, I was like, I'm definitely not a corporate. If it was like a corporate company that I started, then I'm going to tell you right now, everybody will be like me. We'll all be just happy.
And we'll say okie dokie.
And I'm going to sign all my emails like that when I'm a corporate CEO. But for right now.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm starting on.
Oh my gosh, that bread looks so good.
So this is the secret for the elevated grilled cheese. It's croissant bread. Have you ever cooked with croissant bread?
I could cry. I'm so excited. Can we just eat now? Can I just dip that in the soup? And then also I want to grilled cheese.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We discovered this. It makes the best French toast. It makes the best, even like a burger.
I've never seen it. Where do we obtain?
This is from Kroger, and they also have a different brand they have a brand at Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. I'm sure if HEB might have it.
Unfortunately, I have not been able to find it there. If they haven't, HEB, you need to get some croissant bread.
We are also sponsored by HEB now because they're going to be launching
some croissant bread. So what I'm going to do is yes, I am from Alabama. I'm gonna
do it.
I'm fitna. I'm going to spread just a little bit of butter. And I know you're thinking it's a croissant. You don't need any butter on it. It's just going to brown a little bit better.
Have you ever used mayonnaise?
I love using mayonnaise.
I learned that trick on a cooking show.
Really?
Yeah.
See? The last meal that we did, the first taping.
Yes.
I did a Parmesan crusted chicken, and I batter it in mayonnaise and garlic before the breadcrumb. Don't need any butter. It's just
so good. Sounds so good. Yum.
Mayonnaise is your friend. It really is.
I'm turning this puppy down because I have a feeling.
Is it smoking?
Well, I think it's going to be really hot and
Thank you. And it's
I've
going to burn my
been
butter.
known to burn things. That's Jason. I get distracted very easily.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I've gotten derailed again. I'm so see now once I really get into cooking,
I was surprised because I can't do one or the other. I can't do it at the same time.
it's like, oh wait a minute, this is a show. We're supposed to be talking.
Okay, we're talking.
Okay. So how has this journey, how do you think it's changed you?
I think it's changed the way that I talk to myself.
Ah.
Because when you're a teacher or when you're doing a job that doesn't serve you, I think that you tend to be thinking of others and not yourself. Yeah. I think it's really important to focus on. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I could be a garbage person and picking up garbage. If I tell myself, you know what, you're really good at this job and this is what you're meant to do. I mean, it's all about your internal, the way that you speak to yourself.
Oh wow.
I feel like I could be good at any job as long as I kind of psyched myself up of why. Like almost like I need to know the why behind anything that I do. And I wasn't always that way before. Before I would say, well, why am I a good teacher? Because I'm, I have good relationships with the parents. I have, the kids seem drawn to me. They learn well from me, but in reality, I was just doing all of that for all of them. I wasn't feeding myself. So no wonder I got burned out.
Right.
And no wonder it became a job and not a calling anymore. So part of that was me. But, I think listening to myself and moving on was the best thing I
What's the
did.
best thing? Yeah, for sure. So how does it feel to see yourself now? You said, I think you said, being mindful of how you talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about where you've been and where you are now, how do you feel about Cathy?
I feel proud that I did it.
Yeah.
And I feel proud that my story, not just here talking with you, but like this is what happens inside the store too, is that it turns into me sharing this story with people.
Yeah.
And I feel proud that I can say it all. Like I'm saying it with pride.
Yeah.
Not like a nose in the air pride.
Right.
Like, look what I did, because I'm not at that point yet. It's not like I'm, going, opening a bunch of locations. It's not that. I'm just proud that I did it.
Yeah.
I'm proud that I did it.
As you should be.
And at first, I don't know. I don't know the word. I can't think of a good word of how I felt when I first started, but it wasn't proud.
Really?
It wasn't. It was like guarded, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I wanted to be excited, but the minute that I felt like I was showing excitement is like some hurdle would happen or some obstacle, and then it would kind of be this little negative, like this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. And slowly that stopped. It stopped.
Okay.
But for a while there at the beginning, I'd feel really good and no fear, and I'd feel great. And then one day I'd wake up and I'd just be like, no, this is not a horrible idea. You are a total faker. You're faking everything about
faker.
And
yes.
I did. Like I felt like this imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I have always been a fake it till you make it, and I always make it. And so I know it works. But I mean, I knew that I don't know anything about opening a store or being a store owner, all of the things that go along with it, but I'm going to fake it and until I make it.
Until you make it. Yeah.
And so there is that little shred of, for a long time I was good and then I would be not good. But now it's gone. It's like it just disappeared.
How did you make it through that though? I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. That imposter feel, those days where you're just like, what am I doing? This isn't.
I think truly, I know this doesn't sound crazy, but truly talking to myself and saying, stop it. Almost like somebody looking at me and saying, stop it.
Yeah.
You're not. You're doing great. You almost have to like pump yourself up.
Right.
But it feels silly, but I do it when I'm by myself. I do a lot in the car, a lot of praying in the car, a lot of talking in the car. I talk to myself. I talk to God. I probably look like a crazy person. But also when I started surrendering all of the fear that I had and kind of putting it in God's hands and saying, if this is supposed to work, then it's going to work.
Yeah.
And no amount of worry is going to make that work or not work. So I'm just going to keep on. I'm going to wake up every day. I'm going to do whatever I'm supposed to do that day.
And that's what you do.
Yeah. It wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like it was a practice. I almost had to practice it. When I would get bad and I would, start feeling yucky about it, everything, I would say, nope, stop.
Yeah, not today.
Not today. My husband's a big part of that because he knows me better than me. And he would see it creeping in and he'd be like, stop. Like, he's really good at just grabbing my face almost, just saying, stop.
And
You're fine.
That's wonderful to have a person like that in your life, and it be your spouse. Yeah.
Rare.
Very rare.
Very rare. I'm very lucky.
I forgot to put heavy whipping cream. I'm going to pour just a little bit in here.
You do while I stir.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I'm so excited.
All the things. I mean, this is like comfort haven. This is the ultimate comfort meal, in my opinion. It's like a nice warm hug.
Makes me want to be sick so I can eat it.
Yeah, just sip in. I know.
I don't want to be sick.
No, but I know what you mean. So what do you say to women who talk themselves out when they're like, oh, this isn't the right time, or oh, I'm gonna wait until, or oh, she's already doing it?
I think the way I got over those hurdles was I did the thing I could do, like the thing that didn't bring me fear. Like, it's almost like when you're gonna jump off of a diving board and you kind of go out and you're like, okay, you get to the edge. I would do just as much as I could until I started getting like a lot of fear.
Yeah.
And then I kind of stop and then I do a little bit more. I did it in little stages, even if that meant mentally psyching myself up for like, what can I do without fear? I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So that when I'm ready to dive in, I'm prepared.
What do you think? Does it look good?
Good. Yes. So good.
Yeah. So baby steps.
Baby steps. And really checking yourself along the way. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. I was saying, I'm not telling you just to go quit your job now because you have this idea and you're going to go pour everything into it. Like, you have to be a little smarter than that about it. So,
okay.
I mean, as much as I'd love to say, do that, I don't want to be responsible for anybody, going bankrupt or losing their home.
Yeah.
So you have to take steps that make sense and do it in a way that makes sense. If you want to start something and you have a corporate job, see what you can do in your free time.
Right.
To go towards that dream. And then there will be a point where you're like, you know what? I think I could do this full time.
Yeah.
That's when you make that move.
That's when you take that leap.
Yes. Don't take the leap and then start your planning. I mean, I had months. I had from October until August because I was paid all the way through the end of summer because I was on a contract for teaching. So I built and did this whole thing still teaching. And I did it kind of in my free time. That was
smart. That was because I think like someone like me, it's like I have this idea, I want to do it, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to stop everything, I'm doing it right now. My husband's like, oh.
Yeah, and sometimes that can work.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it can't. And then you ruin relationships that way. And that's true. Really scary. You have to lean on the people that are going to be there for you in both stages to bounce ideas off of and make sure that other people know your intentions, that are going to speak truth into you and not just tell you what you want to hear.
That's a lot of wisdom there.
So wise. Live and learn. But I mean, there are people out there when I started this that were like, that's awesome, that's great. And they were my biggest cheerleaders, but they didn't know the half of what I was doing or what I was doing behind the scenes. There are a few select people who are like, I get it. I see what you're doing. And they were there for me in ways that the cheerleaders weren't. You need all of them. You need those cheerleaders in your life that are going to cheer you on. You also need the people who are like, but wait, hold on. How are you doing this? Like,
right.
Who's doing your taxes? How are you doing your financials? Shout out, Jess. Because I don't think that I think about that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It's embarrassing, but I just don't.
Yeah.
It's such an afterthought for me. I'm like, oh,
I was
figure it out.
like, yeah, we'll cross that.
Figure it
We'll
out.
cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, and we do, and I screw up all the time in all kinds of different ways.
That's very, very insightful.
Because I don't want it to scold.
Okay.
Look at me using cooking.
Look at there. Look at there. Okay, maybe we can want to rest it in here. That spoon.
Oh, sure.
Basil I'm going to use to garnish.
Oh,
okay, we are almost ready to like plate this up and
plated with purpose.
Yes, we go. There we go. Let's get it to brown on this side. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I could just cry right now.
I hope you like it.
And I came hungry.
Did you?
Yes.
Good.
I
Good.
did not eat breakfast because I thought, oh, I was going to eat there. So.
Well, good. No pressure. I hope you like it.
Don't worry, I will.
So I'll let this be our final question before we'll sit down and take a bite. Is there like a food that kind of symbolizes or connects to your journey? Can you think of a food that's kind of like? You can have time to think about it.
Well, this is kind of embarrassing to say, but I mean it. And everybody watching that knows me will laugh at this. It is cheese.
Okay.
It is. I'm just a cheese.
You're cheese. You like cheese?
That's huge. Like is an understatement. I could eat cheese every day of my life. I would eat cheese over dessert. That's how much I love it.
I get it.
So I don't know if it really defines this state or what. It's just always been there for me. Cheese is just my little love language.
Aww.
My dad is European.
Okay.
And so growing up, cheese has always been like in our house.
Yeah.
More than like just like American cheese slices. It's always like he brings out the cheese and we cut pieces off of it. I've always, since I was a child, so cheese is super comforting for me.
Okay.
So it would be cheese for me.
Cheese.
In all forms.
I love it.
That's why when you said we're making grilled cheese, I was like, of course. Of course we are.
I had. See there? And all right. That one's ready.
I love it. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Probably, it's so funny. I'm a soul food cooker, you know, so like anything like a roast or a steak or
savory.
Anything savory, smothered, like greens and cabbage. But it's so funny when I'm not cooking Southern food. My favorite thing to learn to cook is Italian.
Oh.
I absolutely love. So like I've been trying to get really good with my bolognese, a bolognese, and just the different pastas. Like I want to get really good. All right. So that concludes today's episode of Plate It with a Purpose. Kathy, thank you so much for being here today, for sharing your story. We will have all your information in the notes.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that if you're local, and even if you're not, you need to come by and check out the Refined Closet. Yeah. And who knows, you might even see me there, but you'll definitely see Kathy.
I'll be there.
Thank you so much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things, and tune in for our next episode of Plate with Purpose. Bye. Bye.